grilling time. First of all, I want you all to see, we're not using your regular old charcoal briquettes. I like a hardwood lump mesquite, and I like a torch to start my fire with. I like to have some heat. I hate to use a lighter fluid. I've been so many places where people, boy, they coat that stuff with lighter fluid. I'd like to eat a steak that tasted like steak, but not like lighter fluid. There's different methods that you can use to sure start a fire. I like this old torch. They make chimneys. Just make sure you try to do it all natural. We're going to get this fire started, and we're going to let it get good and hot. We're going to grill us some beef. Lump mesquite charcoal. How did they get this mesquite to be charcoal? First, they cut it into pieces. They set it afire, let it burn a little while. Then they starve it for oxygen and just let the flame go out. It'll create a burnt effect to this wood that will let it go ahead and light faster. Burns just as hot as mesquite. Whole lot better briquettes. Why do I use this versus briquettes? You never know what they got in them. I don't know who made them. I don't know what the process is. There's preservatives, things that are going to flavor your meat in the wrong way. Just like the way you start a fire. If it's lighter fluid, I don't want to eat lighter fluid. I want to eat meat that's been cooked over an aroma of a fire. We're going to take a wire brush to this rascal. We're going to clean her up. It ain't got much on it, but give it a good cleaning. Make sure it's hot when you clean this. We got to season this just like we're getting ready to put something in a cast iron skillet. Them are cast iron grates. So let's oil this rascal up to where it don't stick. I've heard people say, let's oil the meat and put it on there. I guess you can, but I'd rather mine not stick and have an oily taste. Got the grill clean. We got her hot. How do I know it's hot? Put your hand down here. Can you hold it more than 5 seconds? Probably not. This thing is ready to cook, just like in a Dutch oven. You have to check that heat. We got this meat at the butcher today. We have a New York strip that we had cut, a ribeye, and a fillet. We got it home. We took lime juice, 100% lime juice. Poured it on both sides, massaged it in the meat well, both sides. When the lime juice, the acid in there reacts with the muscle and the protein in the meat, it begins to break down muscle, making it softer, which means what? Makes it tender. So we got the lime juice on both sides. We're going to use our all-purpose seasoning, Red River Ranch. We're going to rub it in both sides really good, and don't be scared. You can't hardly put too much in there. And let's set it in what I like to use, a Walmart sack, best for it anything. I'm going to put my meat back in that sack, tie it up. I'm going to put it in the ice box, and I'm going to let it sit there about 4 hours. You say you don't have some mesquite to cook with? We've got some. It's a Red River mesquite ancho. Both of these are available at KentRollins.com. They will make your cow belly better, I promise. But it's just like jumping in a cold swimming pool. You got to let this stuff warm up before you throw it in there. So we're going to let this come to room temperature, and then we're going to put it on the grill. You can hear that sizzle. Hey, we're doing right, I promise you. We're going to select that fillet over here on the cooler side of this because we're going to cook them slow. Okay, you notice when you touch that meat, when you're just touching like regular raw meat, it sort of feels like touching the palm of your hand right here in the flesh of your thumb. That's important in all this. It feels about the same. That's a trick we're going to learn when we're going to know this meat is done. We're going to put our hands on it. Now, don't let everybody come running up here and get their fingers all over your food, but you can. You're the cook. People want to use a temperature probe. You stick him in there to check meat, you done poked a hole in him. It's just like running over a nail in the road. You're going to let something out. So I don't like to use a thermometer. I like to either use a touch. And you say, what's that for? Use the palm of your hand here. This, when it's like this is pretty well done. You can see that old muscle's pretty tight. This here, I'd say a little past medium. This, that's about medium to medium rare. This, I like him like that. I like some rare. Same thing with here. You press over here on your cheek where it's pretty soft, you're getting pretty close to a rare. You get him down here on your chin bone, hey, you got a little something in there, so he's about a medium. If you're touching him up here, I need to hit you with a hammer because you done cooked him too long, I promise you. Okay, now since we're cooking with mesquite, I want some flavor. So I'm going to trap a little bit of this smoke and aroma that's coming off there. I'm going to shut these vents down just a little to where I ain't got quite so much draw. Slow the heat down in there too. And I'm going to let that smoke circulate. Take a bath all over that beef and it'll give it more flavor. Because we're trying to cook this slow. I'm not in no hurry. Let's check this rascal. First of all, Before we go to turn meat, or anytime you're going to turn meat, you'll notice the texture of this is beginning to stiffen up, especially on this strip. Because it's a drier cut of meat, you're sure not going to cook it as long. But we're not going to take a meat hook or a fork and poke in this to turn it. We're going to use a flat spatula. That way we're not letting anything that we have in this meat escape.
Okay, go.
No, you can say
Action.
Alright, we're going to get a few grill marks on this meat so you can see halfway around here. We done rotated them just a tad because everybody likes a little presentation. Now if you'll notice on the edges of this meat, you can begin to see a little browning take place, especially on this strip. Hey, feel of him? What I call pretty close to medium rare. I want a little char on this meat because I want it to have that flavor. You know, with this New York strip, it's a little drier cut of meat. It's not got near the marbling, near the fat content that this ribeye has. There's more juice here. So we definitely want to just cook him rare to medium rare. We're going to slow him down over here and put him on the cool side because he's getting close. See the color here? See the touch? Let's slow him down. This ribeye, he's getting there. You can tell. You want to cook him enough that we get this char. We want to get some color on there. This filet, we're cooking slowest of all because I want him rare. But see the color we have? We want to make sure this outside looks the same. You can see the difference between this filet and ribeye. I know you can. The thickness is there. See the give here versus here. This is already done. This here is about a rare, maybe a little over, just a hair medium rare. But you can see he's got some give to him. We had him over here on the slow side of the fire. We cooked him slower. He's ready to come on. Just as we let this meat warm up before we put it on the grill, there too we've got to let this cool off. Let's let a steak rest before we eat it. You cut him too early, all that juice runs out of your meat. All that flavor runs out. All right, as y'all can tell, whoa, easy. I have a tester. This beef here that I cooked is Beagle Dog approved. I promise you. It's good, ain't it, B? Is it good? Yeah, it's good. He didn't get that way by eating french fries, I promise you. Alright, we've let this steak rest a little off this grill. Let's get this New York over here first and let's cut him and let's take a look. Alright, I'd call that medium. That there is a medium done steak. We learned by the touch, both sides. What did it feel like? That old ribeye. After about the same thing, medium rare to medium. You can see there's a little more pink in here. That's the way I like him. You don't see there's a bunch of blood or juice or anything running out of this meat. It's staying in there because we let this meat rest. Let's get to this filet. Look here. That's how I want my filet to look. Alright, this filet, you can see by the color there, it's rare. It's warm, but it's rare. It's sure not past that, I promise you. If you cook a filet longer than this, I really think you're losing your money because you done paid a little more for this filet. So let's don't cook him too long. Tender as butter. Grilling, hey, it's about bringing people together. It's about family. It's about fun. This is not no science. I guarantee you I ain't got enough education to be a scientist. I am a pretty good cook. You don't need a lot of fancy equipment. I promise you. You've seen what I had. You've seen what I used. Practice makes everything better. Y'all know it's Beagle Dog approved. You done seen that. And I'll always tell you this. Just cook him just right. Just long enough. Because he done died once. Don't kill him again. And what's that old song Neil Diamond used to sing about sweet beef of mine? Hey, it's right here. It's supper time. A good steak was not meant to have sauce poured over the top of it. Why hide the flavor we just created? Let's eat him just like this. See y'all down the trail. Keep the fire hot.